Father God in heaven, Lord, I'm just coming to you right now, asking that you just continue to use me as the vessel that you have called me to be. Lord, I ask that you give the people the ears to hear. Lord, and you give me the words to speak that I know you have already given me. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Ooh, y'all. Perception. Perception. God gave me the word perception. And it's a whole lot of backstory to this. God is saying, make the video this way. Elena, you make it this way. Because you could have closed it in. Y'all could have not saw my kids' basket right here. How I make the room. You could have not saw these boxes that I've been having since we moved. God is saying it's the perception. It's the perception. You could close in where this is all that y'all see. God is saying it's the perception. People give you the perception of what they want to give you. The perception. Woo! The perception. Okay, y'all, so I literally I gotta stand up. I literally woke up this morning, and it's, okay, I feel like the time is always important to say. I don't know what it is, but I feel like the time is important to say. So it's 2 o'clock in the morning. God woke me up with, okay, so I went to the restroom. I'm just giving y'all just the rundown. I went to the restroom, and God kept giving me, you will do an even greater work. You will do an even greater work. That was like, it was like a chant in my head. You will do an even greater work. You will do an even greater work. And that was a chant in my head. And so I know that that's a scripture about your child doing an even greater work than the parents. You will do an even greater work. You will do an even greater work. That's what God's saying. But he's saying, he's not telling me to look up the scripture. All it is saying, you will do an even greater work. You will do an even greater work. So y'all, so then, this when I go to make the video. But God had given me all this other stuff first. And I don't know how this is about to tie in. But y'all know God. Woo! And I know God is about to tie it in. Woo! And I feel it. I feel God's presence. And it was just that mantra. You will do an even greater work. You will do an even greater work. That's what God just kept saying to me. You will do an even greater work. And it just kept going in my head until I spoke it out, until I said it. And I remember my daddy, he even told me that. He said God told him that. Like, that was the scripture. Like, you will do an even greater work. Woo. And that's how it is. You will do an even greater work. And it's like, greater work. And that's the way I hear it. Like, you will do an even greater work. You will do an even greater work. Like, ooh. So yesterday when I made that video about going to God first. Going to God first. God gave me, right after that video, it was, God is a one-stop shop. You know how like you have like a shop that you can go get everything from. And when I got it, he gave me, yesterday, he gave me Noah's Ark. And he gave me Noah's Ark, meaning that everything that Noah had on that ark, we got today. You know what I mean? Like, the food, the animals, everything that Noah had on that ark, we got today. And that's what God had given me that vision. Noah, a one-stop shop. And I put, he knows all and he thinks of everything, meaning God. God knows all and God thinks of everything. And I put Noah's Ark. And I put, God is a one-stop shop. And when I wrote that, I was just meaning in the term of going to God first. And you know, God can help us with everything. Like, that was my thinking behind it when I wrote that yesterday, because it was coming out for that last video. It was coming out that last video. So me and y'all today, God is a one-stop shop. That's it. Today, like I tell y'all, my mama, she's been real instrumental in getting me to hurry up and do my everlasting ministries. Elena, I think you should do a women's conference. Elena, I think you need to go walk in your calling. Elena, I think you need to do this. Elena, I think you need to do that. You know, sometimes you need people to push you. Ooh. Ooh. You were doing even greater work. Ooh. Ooh. Our parents know. They know when we were doing even greater work. My parents, ooh, I'm going to make it personal. My parents know, Elena, you going to do an even greater work. Oh, and it's like, I keep coming back to that, an even greater work. Elena, you're going to do an even greater work than what we did. Elena, you're going to do an even greater work. God is saying, Elena, you're going to do an even greater work. God is saying the perception. Now, I don't know. God is saying the perception. The perception of what people see. Okay. So, we met with the ladies at the church today. And it was about, them helping me with the everlasting ministries. Them helping me with the everlasting ministries. And, oh, God. And I kept telling them, like, my thing is to really work with young single mothers. Because you showing them that you don't have to be your circumstance. It can look like me. Y'all, I got pregnant when I was 15, almost 16. You don't have to be your circumstance. Like, in my mind, oh, that's the thing. In my mind, I'm thinking people looking at me a certain way. I'm thinking it's hard for me to go to church. I'm thinking it's hard for me to walk down Waco High highways. Because, here you go. Because that's how I think other people view me. Having that perception allowed me to miss my high school years. Allowed me to not finish high school. It allowed me to want to strive so hard to finish college. Wanted me to strive so hard to succeed in the military. Wanted me to strive so hard to succeed in all these things. Because it was the perception. Because of what I thought how I thought other people viewed me. And y'all can say what you want to say about, oh, well, I don't listen to what other people say. And I'm not going to speak for you. God saying, I ain't got to speak for you because you know what's true. But for Elena, that's what it was. For Elena, that's what it was. The perception. It's the perception. Ooh. God is saying, Elena, you got to be real. The perception. The perception is having that high dollar car sitting outside. The perception. But the reality, is, y'all know how much that car payment is. Y'all know how much that insurance is on that fancy car. The reality, the perception is, oh, she got that big old ring on her finger. Oh, but the reality is, it was leased. Oh, God is saying, oh. And it's hard, y'all. The reality, the perception is you in this room that's a nice room. It's clean. It's beautiful. Making these videos. Y'all, I haven't unpacked in 2 years. Man, God is saying, Elena, the reality, that's the closet. God is saying the reality. Oh, people show you the perception. People show you the perception. People show you the perception of standing in front of this beautiful wall. People show you the perception of standing here. People show you the perception. But do they ever show you the reality? Do they ever show you the reality? Man, I don't know how this ties up with. How is this tying up with Noah's Ark? know, y'all. I don't know how is this tying up with Noah's Ark. I don't know how is this tying up with. Well, I know how it's tying up with you doing even greater work than what your parents did. And it maybe, you know what? Oh, I'm going to say this. Noah's Ark, I don't have to. Ooh. Elena, you don't have to know how it ties up with the perception. But whoever, for you to watch this video, is somebody out there watching this video. God is saying Noah's Ark, perception, one-stop shop. God is telling me that you will know what it means. Elena, you just a messenger. Elena, you just put it out there. But that person, they gonna know what it means. God is saying somebody can comment under this video and y'all will realize how Noah's Ark ties up to this message. Elena don't know. A one-stop shop. I see one-stop shop and I see Noah's Ark. But perception, you know what? Maybe perception in Noah's Ark. Maybe if a newborn baby was born in Noah's Ark, they would think that is the world around them. That's their perception. Never seeing Earth. But they had everything that they needed to survive. Ooh, they had everything that they needed. They had everything that they needed to survive in that ark. But the perception, that was the perception. What was reality was you was confined in a space. That was your reality. That was their reality. Reality is that you can walk outside, that you can see the sky and see the stars. That's reality. But the perception was that you have everything you need. Man, y'all, this is about to come together. God is saying, don't worry about the time, Elena. This is about to come together. Ooh, one-stop shop. God is saying, Elena, this is about to come together. A one-stop shop. God is a one-stop shop. God is saying that He shows us the reality. He gives us the perception, but He shows us the reality. He gives us the perception, but He shows us the reality. He gives us the perception, but He shows us the reality. And that, to me, y'all, when I'm saying this right now, that means having that car, that Camaro, that 2018 Camaro, having this big old diamond ring on my finger. It means God gives us the perception. He gave that to me. But He shows you the reality. The reality is the ring was leased. The reality is the car payment high. I be going crazy every month talking about this car payment. But guess what? She in a fancy car. It's the perception. It's the perception of it. It's the perception. Y'all don't see the reality. And then that's the thing. Now we big on reality TV. We big on showing our life and being on Facebook. But y'all, we just showing the perception. We ain't showing the real thing. Y'all ain't showing when you cook that food and your pot really dirty. You just showing the inside of the pot to see the pretty food. You're not showing that your kitchen was dirty. You're not showing reality. You know what I mean? Like I just said, making these videos. Y'all see this. Y'all see this. You don't see the whole reality. A one-stop shop. A one-stop shop. God is the one-stop shop. Oh! One-stop shop. God gonna show you the perception and the reality. You might have it, but when you walking in God, when you walking in His favor, when you walking in His calling, you gonna see that. Hey, the reality is, and we talked about this at church tonight. And I told the ladies at church, I said, y'all my little short bus. Meaning, the perception is, Elena, you speaking and you teaching and you confident. Oh, y'all, people been commenting, talking about, Elena, your confidence. My friend told me, Elena, I admire you for your confidence. The perception of it, your confidence. And in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm just little old Lena. Like, I am nervous to death. Let me see, like, what I mean, like, the reality is, God is telling me to make these videos, so I got to do it. That's the reality. The perception is Elena. The perception is Elena. The perception is yourself. The reality is God. The reality is God. The reality is God. The reality is Elena. You got to make these videos because God is putting it on your heart. Because God is making you do it. Because God is giving you that fire. And it's like, shut up in your bones. And you got to tell it. That's the reality. The reality, it ain't Elena. That confidence ain't Elena. Because if it was Elena, why would I show y'all this junky room that I got? Why would I tell y'all that my car payment and the insurance is about $1,200 a month and about to drive me crazy? Why would I tell y'all that? Why would I tell you that, oh, Elena, you got that big old ring on your finger? Why would I say that it was lease and we had to pay it off? Y'all, why would I tell y'all that? Man, y'all think this is easy? The perception. The perception. God is saying today, what is the perceptions of your life? What is the perceptions of your life? Oh, it's the perceptions of your life that you going to church on Sunday, but on Friday and Saturday, you at the club. You partying, you drinking, you sleeping with a married man, you committing adultery. God is saying, what is the reality of your life? The perception is you might take that man out to go eat at Cheddar's, but you know he married. The perception. What is the perceptions of your life? But God will smack you over the head with that reality. You would do an even greater work. Elena, you would do an even greater work. Woo! Elena, you would do an even greater work. A greater work is the reality. A greater work is the reality. A greater work is the reality. That is what God is saying. One-stop shop. Oh! I was... God is saying, Elena, that's not the way. Oh, I was seeing it wrong. A one-stop shop. With God, He doesn't have a perception or a reality. He is just God. He is just God. It's not a two to differentiate. It's not a being fake and being real. It's not, God is saying, I am God. God is saying, I am God. I am the one-stop shop. I don't have to be fake and I don't have to be real. I don't have to be fake and I don't have to be real. God is saying I'm the one-stop shop. God is saying, Elena, leave it there. That is the one-stop shop. It ain't got nothing to do with the way that I saw it. Well, yeah, it do. I'm not going to say that. The perception The perception of the way we see things can be totally different. That's like two words that mean the same thing. One-stop shop. I was saying one-stop shop to mean, like God, you can go to God for everything, which you can. I know this video is saying one-stop shop in the phrase of it's a reality and a perception. God is saying you don't have to fake it and shake it with me. That's all I got for y'all. Amazing God you are. The perception. So next time I'm making these videos, y'all know what the room really look like. Can you share your reality? God is saying if you can't share your reality, then what you doing it for? You were doing even greater work. Elena, you were doing even greater work. If your reality don't line up, what are you doing? Your reality, that perception, the perception can look nice and peachy and cute and fine, but what is your reality? What is your reality? Y'all have a good day. Bye.